Good afternoon. Hope you're having a great day. So a couple of weeks ago, news broke, of course, on Twitter that Elon Musk bought 10% of Twitter stock, and he was the largest shareholder. A couple days later, news broke through Twitter that Elon Musk wanted to buy Twitter, and he made a final offer bid of $44 billion. And just a few minutes ago, word broke officially from Twitter that Elon Musk had agreed to buy Twitter for $44 billion. Now, $44 billion is a lot of money, especially for a company that's not really having much earnings, and in a time when all these companies are crashing. But what is the real value of Twitter? Twitter is an interesting phenomenon. You get onto Twitter and you talk, you shoot ideas, you don't have to do anything, right? In fact, when Elon Musk tweeted that he wants to buy Twitter, everyone laughed at him because he said many things before. He said he wants to take Tesla private. He said it on Twitter, but he never did it. In fact, they had to pay a fine of $20 million for saying it without and affecting the price of the stock without even having any intentions or any way to do it. But here, something different happened. Not only did Elon Musk say it, but he actually did it. Twitter is a place of ideas. You don't have to do anything. You share your feelings, your ideas. You have conversations. What's it really worth without the action that comes after it? You see, we just finished Passover. We became free people. But we don't suffice with being free people. We immediately start counting the Omer. What's the Omer? The Omer is we count for 49 days in preparation to receive the Torah. And each day we count and we rectify one of our emotions. We have 7 emotions, 7 human nature, the human way of a person's existence. The first one is kindness, and then is strength or restraint. And every day we try to perfect one of the midot, one of those emotions as they manifest themselves in all 7. Because we realize that it's not enough to be free, but what's the action you're taking to become a better person? Talk is cheap. Twitter's whole idea is about talk. I can tweet whatever I want and there'll be no consequences. I don't have to do anything. But in life, we realize that without the action, it's worth nothing. There's the old anecdote that they say about this miser who all his life was so cheap, he never gave any charity. When he passed away, all the angels in heaven were waiting to be prosecutors at his trial. God puts this man on trial. They're all running to say, God, this guy should go straight to hell. He never gave any charity. He was a miser. He was stingy. He didn't help others. And God listens to all of them, and then he says, is there anyone that has something to say in his defense? And they're all waiting and relicking his judgment because they think nobody's going to come. But after a few minutes, one angel comes running and says, I have something good to say. And they're all staring at him. What could someone say good about this miser? And the guy says, one time he was walking in the street and a nickel fell out of his pocket. And there was a beggar standing behind him who was fainting. He was going to die from hunger. And he took that nickel and he bought a bagel with it. And it saved his life. So this man saved someone's life. And the angels get so upset. All the prosecuting angels say, what, are you kidding me? But God says, listen, he saved a life. Saved a life, saved a life. And finally, one of the prosecuting angels pipes up and says, why don't you give him back his nickel and let him go to hell? It's a funny joke. Because once you do the action, you can't take it back. And that's what we read in Pirkei Avot. You see, this week we started reading Ethics of Our Fathers, which is a 6-chapter book of Mishnah, which speaks about not just the letter of the law, but the spirit of the letter, how we have to act as human beings. And in the second Mishnah, it says, on 3 things the world stands. It reads from Shimon HaTzadik, who was the high priest for 40 years, a great man. In fact, they say the story that once Alexander the Great was walking, and he encountered Shimon HaTzadik, and he bowed down in front of him. And his people said, you're bowing down in front of this Jew? And he looked at his soldiers and says, every time I go out to war, I see his image, and I'm victorious. Shimon HaTzadik was a great sage. And he says the world stands on three things. Al Torah, v'al avoda, v'al gemilut chasadim. On Torah, on study, on ideas, on connecting to God, on having that spiritual, intellectual connection. Al avoda, on service, meditating, praying, going to shul, davening. But the last one and the most important one is al gemilut chasadim. Acts of goodness and kindness. Not just actually giving charity, but how do you treat someone? How do you help someone in need? Do you go visit the sick? Do you look after the poor and the destitute? Do you go comfort the mourning? It's all about the action. Three things the world stands on. Of course you need the Torah, and of course you need the avodah, the service, but at the end of the day you need gemilut chasadim, acts of goodness. You can't take that nickel back and let him go to hell, because the acts we do perpetuate forever. So is Elon Musk's bid worth $44 billion at Twitter? So first of all, the first good thing to see is for a change. Not only did he tweet something, but he pulled through the action. He didn't just say, I want to buy Twitter. But he has the $44 billion to pay for it. And is Twitter good? It's all about the results. Will it bring in what it's entitled to do, or will it just be a place of talk without any income, without any action? God bless you. Have a great day. And remember, always action is the bottom line. What have you done today to make this world a better place? What have you done today to become a better person? What have you done today to refine your actions, your character, your self-awareness? Have a great day.